Okay, so what I'm trying to do is lighten my hair, which, as you have seen in my initial video, the hair comes in a natural virgin color, which is pretty much almost black. It's an extremely dark brown. So I wanted to lighten this, which is even darker than my natural hair color, down to or up to a really, really bright blonde. I basically wanted to get it pretty much as blonde as I could possibly get it without just frying the hair completely. Now, since I am lightening it so much, the hair is going to have damage. I am going to have to deep condition it just because there's just no way that you can bleach this hair that much without needing to repair it in some sort of way. It doesn't matter if this is the best hair from the best hair company in the world. Bleaching the hair this much is going to cause damage no matter what. So I am going to have to deep condition the hair after I finish bleaching it. So yeah, I basically just want to get it as blonde as possible so that when I overlay the turquoise and possibly lavender dye, the color will come out true to color, because if I leave it looking yellowish, yellow plus blue equals green, and I do not want my hair to turn out green when I use the turquoise dye, because green hair is just not attractive to me. So yeah, I actually started bleaching the hair already. I did 2 bundles. So obviously this hair is untouched, but I did these 2 bundles and it didn't quite turn out how I wanted it to. One bundle just didn't get as light as I wanted it to. This is a pretty nice color in my opinion, but I feel like it's still too dark and still too yellow and coppery to where if I would put the blue over this, it would turn out green. And this one, on the other hand, got a little bit lighter in some places comparatively. I don't know if y'all can see that. I guess this chunk right here where it's really, really blonde is basically what I'm going for. It's still pretty yellow and coppery just because that's what happens when you don't use a toner and everything. But I think it's light enough to where it will actually take the color better. So I'm basically going for this color blonde or something close to it. I think I'm gonna have to go back over this or something because I just feel like it's just too dark. And I actually got a different lightener this time. By the way, I know I look like crap. I have no makeup on except for this lipstick that I was testing out. For those 2 bundles that I just showed you, I used the Kaleidoscope lightener powder and the blue package, and it says it lightens up to 5 shades lighter, and it's the blue package, so it's supposed to tone down the copperiness and kind of make it more white and more white and less yellowy orangey. So I used that, but that gave me this. And so I went back to get more because I ran out, and she recommended, the lady in Sally's recommended this instead. It's the L'Oreal Quick Blue. And it's basically the same idea as the Kaleidoscope brand that I was using before, except she said that this one was the most powerful bleach that they offer. It's the best one, and it supposedly works better than the Kaleidoscope one. And this one is a little bit more expensive. I think it's like $1 more than the Kaleidoscope brand. So I'm going to try this one this time. Hopefully it gets it really, really light and not as coppery. And yeah, and then I got the same developer, which is the 40 volume cream developer. This is the highest developer that they offered, maximum lift. And this has 4 ounces in it. And so I got 2 packets because you need 2 ounces per packet. So this goes together perfectly. And I got this combination, and it only lasted me for 2 bundles. So for 4 bundles, you need double of this. So you need 2 bottles of this and 4 packages of this in order to do 4 bundles. So basically you need 1 pack per bundle of this stuff. So that's why I had to go back and get more. And then I'm using a plastic container to mix everything up in. I have my applicator brush. This is really helpful. You really need one of these. And then just a plastic comb to comb everything through, and that way I can rinse the comb off. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm using a trash bag and some old towels to lay out. And then also you need aluminum foil to wrap the hair up in. So yeah, I'm hoping I can at least get the rest of my 2 bundles to look like this, if not brighter. And then I'm actually going to wear the hair just blonde. So I'm going to lighten the hair blonde, then I'm going to install it onto my head, and then I'm just going to wear it blonde, plain blonde for a little while, just to see, because I'm just not quite ready for the turquoise yet, and I'm scared I'm going to mess it up. So I just want to see how it looks just blonde, and then I'm going to go back and do the turquoise later when everything is actually on my head. That way I can see exactly where I'm putting it and everything like that. So turquoise is just going to be phase 2. So we're going to wait on that, but I am going to do it. I bought the turquoise dye and everything, so I am going to do it. But yeah, so I'm going to go get some aluminum foil, and I'm going to start lightening my last 2 bundles. And yeah. So I'm taking my shortest bundle, which is the 16-inch, and I want to measure and see exactly how far down my leave out goes, because this section right here is my leave out. So I want to see comparatively how far that would be down on this piece of hair. So it goes down about this far. So my leave out goes down about this far on the hair when I am going to have it installed. So from here down is where the hair is going to be blonde, and from here up is where I just need to make it match my leave out color, because this hair is like really dark and my hair is a little bit lighter. So I went ahead and tested it out and kind of put the hair up against my natural hair, and even though it's not a perfect match, the hair extensions are darker than my natural hair, therefore darker than my leave out. But when you blend it all together, it kind of blends good enough. So I don't think I'm going to bother with adjusting the leave out color. I'm just going to go ahead and do the blonde part and leave everything else alone. And pour that in here. The other kaleidoscope powder, it smelled like bubblegum, and usually bleaching stuff smells really bad, but the kaleidoscope stuff actually smelled really good. I don't know if this stuff is gonna smell good though. Kind of smells like corn chips or something. Make sure you get all of it out. And you are going to want to use gloves, because last time when I did my first 2 bundles, I did not use gloves, and it got on my hands and it was burning and it was not pleasant. So gloves are important. Then you want to go ahead and mix it together. And mix it until you get all the lumps out. So as you can see, I've applied the bleach onto the 16-inch bundle of hair, well, half of it. And I am just doing it from about halfway down, because this other part right here is going to be where my leave out is. So that's kind of how far I want my ombre to go up. That way I don't have to worry about my leave out. And yeah, so I'm hoping that this part right here gets really, really blonde. I'm going to start slowly working this line up a tad bit, just that it's not a harsh line. I want to like kind of have it be a nice smooth gradient. So I'm not just going to leave it like this. I'm going to work it up after it's been sitting for a little while. Definitely make sure you do both sides of the hair So you can't just do the front like this. You have to also flip it over and do the back. So I'm gonna do that too. So as you can see, in order for the gradient to look better and not have such a harsh line between the brown and the blonde, I went back and I made it have like a jagged edge instead of a straight edge. And that's just gonna help it look more natural and not as harsh. And so now I'm gonna flip this over and do the back side. Now I've done both sides and I've made the line very jagged and uneven so that it's not a harsh line. Done front and back and everything, so I'm just going to let it sit for maybe 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. I'm basically just gonna keep my eye on it and stop it when it gets to the desired color. I can already tell that this brand of lightener does actually work better than the other brand of lightener that I was using, because this is already starting to lighten up quite a bit and the other one took much longer to start working. So I do recommend the L'Oreal Quick Blue over the Kaleidoscope Blue lightener. So after maybe about 30 minutes, as I was doing the other bundles, this is my first bundle that I put the bleach onto, and this is how light it has gotten. So I kind of just combed through the hair to make sure all of it is evenly spread out, and it's actually very blonde. I'm actually pretty happy with the results. It lightened up much better and much faster with the L'Oreal stuff, so I'm pretty happy with it. I am going to let it sit for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to rinse out all the bundles. So this is what it looks like when the hair is wet and it has conditioner on it. I'm using the coconut milk conditioner. I wanted to use something nice and organic instead of some cheap conditioner because the hair has been bleached and needs some really good conditioner. So these are the bundles. As you can see, they are not exactly all the same color. This bundle in particular is not as light as the rest of the bundles because this is a bundle that I used the cheaper lightener on and it just did not take as well for some reason. These right here are the ones that I used the nicer lightener on. It worked really well. I'm happy with these. This one I just got lucky on with the cheaper bleach. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to mix this one in there somehow and make it blend because I just don't have enough bleach to like re-bleach this one. I might go back and re-bleach it later. Hi, kitty. But yeah, so these are all the bundles, all ombre up. So I'm going to let the conditioner sit, rinse the conditioner out, and then I'm going to towel dry them and then leave them to mostly air dry overnight, and I'll probably install this hair tomorrow. So I got all the hair nice and conditioned, rinsed out and everything. So now it just needs to air dry. So what I'm doing is I am taking the towel and I've laid out all the hair on the towel. Well, I still have one more bundle that I have to do on another towel. But I put the hair out on the towel and I'm just gonna roll it up so that I can towel dry it. And I'm just rolling and pressing it to soak up the moisture. And then I'm going to actually dance on it to really soak up the moisture. And this is my favorite part. So here is the finished product. Subscribe to be updated of new videos, like this video for more like this one, check out my online clothing store, find me on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram, and thank you for watching.